Hi, my name is Cassie Clifford, and I am a, I'm trying to turn this the right way, Lipsense distributor. I just wanted to make a video to talk a little bit about my reasons for joining and why you might be interested in doing the same. So if you're being sent this video, it's probably because you have expressed some interest in becoming a Lipsense or Senegence distributor yourself. So Lipsense, I'm sure you've heard of and hopefully have tried by now, is a major, awesome, long-lasting liquid lip color that there is nothing else out there like. It's completely a game changer when it comes to makeup. You put it on once, it stays on all day. It doesn't rub off. These stripes have been on my hands for 3 days and they don't rub off. And it's just amazing. So I signed up a little over a year ago and my journey has been incredible. So I just wanted to share a little bit of that. I don't want to talk like forever and ever about it, but my life has changed like dramatically. So we'll just say I basically went from being a single mom with 4 kids and struggling to pay for music lessons and struggling to pay the bills, and yeah, I mean, right fresh out of divorce, was in a really bad financial situation. But by the time I had signed up for Senegence and decided that I wanted to sell, I wasn't in as terrible of a place, but I definitely was really barely getting by and wasn't sure if I was going to be able to continue my kids' music lessons. One of my friends posted a video of a girl like doing all these different tests with Lipsense, comparing it to lipstick, like the kiss test. You know, I still have stripes on here from like a week ago. I'm bad, but I've been washing my hands, trust me, and this stuff doesn't come off, so it stays on forever. Obviously it stays on your hands longer than it does on your lips because your skin cells on your lips shed more quickly. But when I signed up, I really just was obsessed. I saw this video and I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff looks like magic. I want it. I was dating my fiance now at the time, and when you're newly dating and have a hot boyfriend, you like to kiss a lot. So I hated to have to worry about if my lipstick was going to come off on him. So I was constantly looking for like a long-lasting kiss-proof product and found some over-the-counter ones that were okay, but nothing that was as magical as Lipsense. So I really completely signed up just wanting to get a discount on an amazing product, and it's completely turned my life around. Like, people instantly wanted it. I realized I had like a hot ticket item. I mean, I knew I wanted it. I didn't realize how much everybody else wanted it. But then everybody else, when I started posting about it, they wanted it too. And then I had people start coming to me saying, hey, I want to sell this stuff. And I'm like, okay. So I would just sign them up and didn't really know a whole lot about what I was doing at the time. But it picked up really fast for me because it's such an amazing product. Everybody wants it, and why not get it at a discount at the same time? So as I started learning more and more about the company, I started gaining commissions, I started making money from my sales, I started to realize this is like a full-time business that I can run. So then I really started putting my hustle into it, and I've turned it into something that has provided my family with complete financial freedom. I don't have like wildly crazy size team. I've got about 225 girls. Our team is called the Kissy Kats, and hopefully one of my Kissy Kat girls is sending you this video, and this will help to kind of answer some of your questions about it and help to get you more comfortable in making the decision to just jump in. Like, for me, it didn't take much because I just wanted the product, and I was like, well, $55 to either buy a starter kit or $55 to sign up and buy it wholesale. It was a no-brainer. So I just did it. And I was like, well, if I make money out of it, I make money out of it. But if I save money and get an amazing product, then it's a total win for me. So that's why I did it. But I started to realize, you know, there's different, and that's what I want to talk about real quick with everybody. I don't want to make this super lengthy, but the way it works is you just spend $55, and really that's all I invested of my own money. I spent $55 of my own money. So don't think you have to be rich to join this company. A lot of people think you have to buy a ton of stock in the beginning. It is, I mean, stock does sell. And if you can buy stock, it's better and faster for your business to go, but it is not the only way. And it's not the way that I signed up. When I signed up, I only had the $55 to do myself, and I started my own Facebook group page, and I said, hey, this is what I'm doing, and does anybody else want to order some? Look at this awesome product, and sent some videos, posted colors, and said I'm going to order on Friday, and started collecting pre-orders. So my goal was just to collect $300, because I knew if I got to $300 that I would get to the profit margin that I was trying to get to. So when I did that, all of a sudden all these orders started coming in, and I actually got like 750 collected in orders. And so what the smart thing to do is, and what I would recommend you guys do, is to go ahead and sign up for Square right away. As soon as you get sponsored, as soon as you sign up for Senegence, make sure whoever is sending you this video and whoever's working with you, that you get their distributor ID number, and you put that in. You'll go to Senegence.com, you'll put in their distributor ID number, and then you will complete the rest of that form. So you'll go to Senegence.com, somewhere on the lower left-hand side, it will say like join our team or become a distributor. Click on that. Then you'll scroll down a little bit more on the next page, and you'll see something that says click here to sign up now. Click on that, and then it will say sponsor ID, and that's where you put your friends or whoever it is that's helping you get sponsored, their distributor ID number there. And that's important because that is your direct upline. That's the person that's going to help you. And an upline is super, super important to your success. The great thing about that, they don't have to know everything. Like I said, I didn't know everything when I was first signing people up. The great thing about that is that you get at least 5 lines of support up. So like for our team, for the KissyKats team, we've got an amazing upline. Like I don't know that you can get a better upline than ours. And I think that's why I've been so successful, and I think that's why so many people on our team are so successful, because we have Natalie Shaw, who has the fastest growing team with Senegence right now. And we also have Chelsea Nielsen, who is the highest ranking person with the entire company in our upline, which means that you have full access to all of their trainings, all of their resources, all of their plans, which are completely duplicatable. So you can take the bull by the horns and take everything, all the nuggets of information they have for you, and roll with it and bloom and blossom and make this major, amazing business for yourself. Or you can just order a little bit and have your friends or family maybe order a little bit and get an amazing product at wholesale pricing. So it can be all the way down here, or it can be all the way up here, but there's really nothing to lose. Like $55 to buy something at wholesale. I spent that same amount, maybe more, for my Costco membership. And that's what this fee is, something that you'll pay once a year. So you pay that fee once a year, and then that basically allows you to be able to purchase at wholesale pricing. And then it just matters from there how much you purchase at a time, what price point that you get the product at. So like you sell a tube of Lipsense for $25. If you can get to the 50% off price point, obviously that's the highest profit margin. That's where you want to be. Just dropped my tube. If you can do that, then I recommend that, because you're going to make the most money that way. So right now you would need to order 750 at a time to get that much. And that doesn't mean necessarily at a time. I shouldn't say it that way. It's cumulative. So like per month, every month it starts over. So like I said, when I said I was trying to get to 300 PV, 300 PV right now would be 40% off. So a lot of people, I recommend, if they can't get to the 750, at least get to the 300 for your first order. And that's just 6 starter collections. If you can get 6 starter collections sold, then you get to 300 PV, you get to 40% off. And then if right behind that, I try and order like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Then you just tell your friends, okay, I'm going to place another order on this day, and then collect another order. And then if your second order, you can get it up to like 450, and it's in that same month, then you're at 750. So if your first order is at 350 and then your second order is at 450, and let's say those were both in July, then you would be cumulatively at 750. And so your second order would get you to the 50% off price point. So at that point, anything for the rest of the month that you order is at 50% off. I don't want to confuse you too much, but the bottom line is, no matter what, the lowest discount you'll get is 20%, and that's like if you order like under $100, you can get 30%, 40%, or 50% off. And if you're really wanting to save money, obviously the more you can beef up those orders, the better. So that was kind of my thought, was like, I'm just gonna order what I want, and then I'll let my friends beef up the order so I get it at a better price point. And whatever that is how great of a price point I get it at, but it's still better than me paying 100%. That was the way I looked at it. But then people were beefing up my orders so big that I was getting it for half price. So I was like, woohoo! And then I started making a lot of money at it. So like monthly sales, if you really want to put a lot of work into it, like everybody's are going to vary. So I don't want to like say any numbers that you're going to make because I can't guarantee you what you're going to make. I know like my personal average, and I know like generally what my team averages are, and they're pretty darn good. So it just depends on how much you want to put into it. And if you really want to discuss like numbers, then feel free to message me and I can be a little more candid with you, but I don't want to just blanket release statements like that and then have everybody be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make that much, because I do want to make sure that we have like full conversations and talk about it's really how much you want to put into it. But you can run your business so many different ways. You can run it on Facebook, you can run it on Instagram, you can run it on YouTube, you can run it as an old schooler, and there's a lot of old schoolers out there that are doing amazing, that are just working their neighborhoods and working their family and friends and working parties, and they don't even use social media. You can run your business however you want to run your business. That's the awesome thing about it. And we have one of the most generous compensation plans out there. When you compare MLM and direct sales companies, Senegence's compensation plan is amazing. So I've compared with some other friends of mine that work for other companies that have a similar size team. And when we compared our commission checks, mine was 10 times more than theirs. Almost same exact numbers, but my commission check was about 10 times more than theirs. So there's no doubt about it that it's an amazing company that's extremely generous. I earned a car at 6 months. I've earned a trip for 2 to Costa Rica. I've earned a Caribbean cruise and amazing commission checks that are just super rewarding. So like what they say is the average family, I don't remember what the percentage is, it's really high, that the average family is not prepared for even a $750 emergency. And I thought about that when I heard that number, and I can look up the stats for you, or you can later, but the point of it is I remember that. Like I used to not be prepared for a $750 emergency. So that's like a good question to ask yourself. Like if you had a big emergency come up, like if my dogs got really sick or if my car broke down and it was more than like $500, I was like panicking. Or sometimes even less than $500, I was panicking. So the average family doesn't have a lot of savings for emergencies. So ask yourself, like, what does your savings look like? Are you prepared for emergencies? Are you able to pay for the extras that you want in your family's lives or in your life? Like, are you able to do the extra, clothing shopping, fashion shopping, makeup shopping, like the fun kind of extra stuff yourself? Are you able to pay for extracurriculars for your kids? Some of the whys that I have in my team, like when I ask people the reason why they're doing this, some of the whys that I've heard is to pay off credit card debt, to pay off their house, to earn a car, because their car was about to die, and that actually happened to me. My car literally died just before I earned my Senegence blue car. So praise the Lord, right? So anyways, ask yourself what your why is. I mean, I've had some people that are paying off their student loans, like I said, credit card debt, just having that financial freedom and having that peace of mind. Like for me, just having that peace of mind that if my dogs got really sick again, like I had an incident where one of my dogs like got into the trash and ate a chicken bone and was like, it was really bad. And we were going to have to do surgery and it was like $1,000 and I was freaking out. Now, like if something like that happened, I mean, obviously I would freak out for my dog's sake, but I wouldn't freak out that I wouldn't be able to afford it. And that's just huge peace of mind. I don't freak out when I have to fork over my kids' music lesson money, because I know it's a huge, huge blessing in their lives, and I'm more than happy to pay it. But I'm so glad that I work for a company that allows me to pay it. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you guys. I'm willing to share more, and I just wanted to let you know, if you have any questions, to ask the person that sent you this video. They can further help you, or they can even add you in a private message with me if I am in their upline. And I can help answer even more questions for you. But the bottom line is, you get amazing makeup at wholesale pricing, or you make extra money for your family, or you make a full-time business out of this for your family. It's up to you, as little or as big as you want it to be, but you're not going to lose anything. So that's just kind of what I wanted to say. It was just what was strong and heavy on my heart today. Wanted to share it. Wanted to share it with my team. And just have them pass that along to any of you guys that have maybe expressed a little bit of interest, or that they maybe see something in you and want to share this amazing opportunity with you. So, and I do think this is a huge opportunity. So if you've ever worked hard for a company and felt like you weren't recognized like you should be, you're in the wrong place. It's time to get with Senegence, because this company is amazing and they will recognize you for all of your hard work. So I hope to see you join my team soon. I hope to see you on this Lipsense journey, and I promise I will share all of my tips and tricks and trainings with you and help you in any way I can, whether I'm your first upline or your 5th upline. And I know that the rest of my uplines feel the same way. So you're in great, great, great hands with our group, and I just wish you the best of luck. Thanks. Bye-bye.